Empress Blue. Welcome. This is your May 2023 reading. Let's just talk about the astrology for a moment, because this month is a big month again, like last month. And there's a lot going on in the cosmos. So this month is Taurus season, which represents your 10th house. So the focus for you will be on your career. I mean, the 10th house is career. It's your it's the life you build for yourself. It's your empire. And it's also about, your sense of meaning and purpose and fulfillment that you experience in your life. So that's sort of the stuff that you'll be focused on this month. Now, this is not a new storyline for you, Leo. The 10th house has been activated for a long time, and you, of all the zodiac signs, are in the best position over the last few years to really create a life of meaning and purpose and value and fulfillment and achievement for yourself. That's what all the astrology has been leaning towards for you for a long time now, because we've had Uranus there since 2018, revolutionizing your 10th house. And then the North Node has been in there since January 2022. So for 18 months, we've had the North Node there, creating, karmic situations, spiritual advancements in that area as well. Wow, Tower in the reading. Those two planets, or those two have been activating that 10th house for a while. Now in May, what happens is we have Jupiter moving in there as well. On May the 17th, beginning a brand new cycle in your 10th house. And Jupiter's just been through your 9th house for the last 12 months. And then on May 17th, it will move into your 10th house and will stay there until May next year. So you have 12 months of Jupiter bringing in its energy into this house. Now, that Jupiter and Uranus moving through your 10th house is rare. Leo says it's a rare opportunity to really advance powerfully and move forward in connection with anything to do with your career. For a lot of you, it will be about your career. It can be about your home life. It can be a relationship, a long-term relationship. It can be anything that gives you that sense of achievement and success and purpose and meaning in life. So it can be your family, but for most people, generally speaking, it correlates to your career and the work you do. So Jupiter and Uranus in there for 12 months will just bring so much change with the Tower in the center of the reading, revolutionizing change. And we do actually have the Sun conjunct Uranus on May the 10th, which I think this if there's a Tower moment, it could be around then, where Uranus and the Sun create a massive shift, within your career, within your work life, within your home life, within some aspect of something very important. The 10th house is a really important house for you, and not only is it activated with so much energy in there, but also the eclipses and have been, for the last 18 months, have been activating that 10th house, 4th house axis for you. So this has been hit with the eclipses as well, Leo. And we have one of those on May the 6th, and that's in your 4th house, your home and family, your private life. And it's shining the spotlight on this more public domain of what is happening out there, and creating, endings, new beginnings, the full, fresh starts, unexpected, something you can't plan for, the Tower, shifts and changes that are happening for you. So yeah, the first half of the month, Leo, I think will be quite slow and possibly a lot of undoing happening. This tower will happen, because you do have Venus and Venus in your 12th house from May the 8th, and Mars will be there until May 21st. So we've got a lot, that's that undoing, that crumbling energy of the tower, where something will be being removed from your life to make way for all the positivity that I was talking about with Jupiter moving in and what Uranus is doing, and which I think you will feel more from the end of the month. And yeah, so from around May 17th, and as the sun moves into Leo around May the 21st, Mars enters Leo, the sun enters Gemini. So around that, the 20th, 21st, you'll start to feel a shift, start to feel things moving forward again. Now, there is decisions to be made, and I think that's, that there's a Mercury retrograde there as well. I forgot to mention that. So Mercury moves retrograde in that 10th house on April the 21st, and so it will stay in that retrograde phase until May 15th, moving direct. But for the whole of May, you'll be under the influence of a Mercury retrograde energy. And we can see that here, the Two of Swords, we've got the Queen of Swords. So there's decisions to be made, there's information to gather, and the Mercury retrograde is really getting you to revise your choices that you've made within your career, generosity, and revise what you're thinking, what you're talking about. We've got transformation here with the Tower. Beautiful. And maybe even, transform. As you're revising, you might find there's a new direction you want to take. Page of Coins. There's something that you want to do differently, and you can transform that this month. So there's the energy of death and rebirth here. We've got the Judgment card in the environment as well. There's a lot of death and rebirth energy here for you to access, Leo, and that's not a scary thing. It doesn't have to be scary, and I can see all the cards are really positive. So this is just about honing in on what's really serving you and what direction you want to go in, and ending any unnecessary anything that's unnecessary that doesn't need to be moved forward. You've got the Greater Bilby, the Dark Night of the Soul, with the Tower card and the Transformation card. So something's definitely shifting and being removed from your life. With the Judgment in the environment, I'm seeing that there is like a need to take stock of where you're at. We've got the Crocodile Tenderness card. And that's that rebirth energy. There's something in your environment will be reborn, and will be crumbled and broken down and reborn into something new. But you're coming in with the Two of Coins energy, so you're coming in balanced. So even though this will probably knock your balance, this Tower moment could knock you off balance, it's all for the purpose of creating balance. We've got the Seven of Cups here, which means that, it's telling me that you have a lot of options. And so when there's a lot of options available, there's a need for choice, Two of Swords, and there's a need to reassess and reevaluate, Judgment, Mercury retrograde, and let go of some of the options. You need to choose which one's the best for you, and that can be difficult. Definitely can. You're going to be stuck there in this position until you make that choice. But once you make that choice, you can move forward. Now, possibly a great idea to skip the Mercury retrograde period before you make a choice. So waiting till the end of the month at the earliest before you actually set anything into stone. But this month, gathering all the information that you need, and letting this Tower play out is what I'm hearing. Not taking action straight away, okay? Because if you were to act now, it would be foolish, the fool. It would be like a knee-jerk reaction is what I'm seeing for you, to this feeling like you're going through a dark night of the soul. There's a tower. This transformations are always uncomfortable, right? They're what we call in, they're what we ask for, they're what we want, but they're never comfortable. So what I'm hearing is to not react, from when things happen this month, to try and just wait, bide your time, and learn, Page of Coins, everything you need to learn about the situation, and then you can act at the end of the month, but maybe even put it off for as long as possible, because June, July, they're going to be challenging months to really move forward on anything anyway. So yeah, just gathering as much information as you need about the situation at hand, so that when you do make a decision, it's an informed decision, and it's the right decision for you, and you knowing that within that decision, things will have to be released. You will have to let go of something. Now, I do see there are people in your environment or in your life that want to help. They want to work together with you. They can see your value. They can see your worth of what you're trying to create. So you don't need to do this on your own, and you can delegate. There's the Two of Cups here too. The people around you are harmonious to helping, and they're beneficial, and they are there for you, to support you. They're a support system for you, and you have the resources that you need to move forward in this area of your life. So so you can tap into other people as a resource if everything gets too much for you there, Leo, as well. Now we have the Moon card here as well. And we have a new moon in Taurus on May the 20th. So looking again at the end of that month, around the 20th, I said, around this new moon, that's when you'll start to see some positive shifts and some positive change. So it might be dark night of the soul type energy at the beginning of the month, and then you shift into this new moon, shifts things, and you start to move forward with more confidence, with more power. The Emperor, with more certainty in what you're creating. Is remember that I said at the beginning that this house, the 10th house, is your house of your empire, and here you are coming out with the Emperor card, the Emperor being the ruler of your empire. So it's just you that has to do this. Whilst there's people you can delegate to, and there's people that are willing to help you and willing to support you, knowing that you're the ruler of your domain, you're the ruler of your realm, your empire that you're creating, and taking responsibility and taking charge. That's what I'm hearing. Taking charge, not accepting this Tower moment. If this tricky one. It's like you need to surrender to what's being removed, but also not accepting that has to control you. You're in control still with the empire and with the Emperor coming through. You're in control here. And you get to dictate what happens in your life, and you get to dictate what happens within your career and what happens because this is about your success. This is about you being successful, and your achievements and your purpose and your meaning and what fulfills you. And no one else can do that for you. And it wouldn't work if somebody else tried, and then we have the Fool here, and that really signifies that the Fool is ruled by Uranus, and we've talked a lot about Uranus being in that 10th house, bringing in a lot of success and revolutionizing your career. I think a lot of Leos have been working on their career and working on themselves and what they're achieving for a long time, and Uranus just keeps bringing in this new, it keeps pushing you to evolve and pushing you to evolve, and you'll actually have some beautiful opportunities to create new, more aligned agreements, more aligned contracts and working agreements with people in your life. Two of Cups. You know, you've got Pluto moving into your 7th house. Okay, and then on May the 21st, the Sun will trine Pluto in your 7th house. So this could be, literally could be a new contract, a new job offer, a new client, a new agreement, a new so like a verbal written contract with somebody in your life that is going to expand you further. And it could be very generous. We've got generosity. It could be that you're being very, very generous, or it could be somebody being very generous towards you. And I think, with Pluto being the planet of transformation, this will be very transformative. You know, this could be what you've been holding out for, to transform your career to that next level, or transform what you've been trying to build for your life to that next level. And it's like that agreement comes in around that end of the month, that May 21st, 20th, 21st, all the energy around there is like bringing in this new agreement. And we've got the Queen of Swords here, which is the card of Libra. So that's, again, that agreement, that balanced, fair, truthful, honest contract between two people relating. And with the tenderness card here, connecting with the Two of Cups, that's really this agreement, or this person, or this what's coming in, is you can trust it. You can trust it to be fair, to be honest, to be what you need to move forward with in what you're building, in what you're creating. So again, like I said, it's not just about remembering that you're in control, you're in charge, the Emperor, but there's other people there too that can help you. There's the Emperor doesn't rule alone, is what I'm trying to say. Let's get some clarifying cards, Leo. Let's clarify the Two of Coins for you. And we've got the Lovers, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Ouch. Okay, so there's that decision, right? So that comes back to that needing to make a choice, maybe not knowing what the choice is, and that's causing a lot of fear and anxiety within you. And like I said, it might be hard to make that choice, but you're stuck until you do make that choice. And it's about removing something, clearing away what's not serving you anymore. And it's these options. There's lots of options. And you have to pick the best one. And it might be like, as when you're making these kinds of choices, it's like you're either picking between multiple options that are all just as good as each other, and so that's why it's so hard, or multiple options that are all equally not very good, and so it's a hard choice to make. But until you clear away those other options and focus on one thing, everything's going to keep being challenging. This dark night of soul will continue. And the transformation will continue to be prolonged until you make that choice. Let's clarify the Judgment card. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Star, and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so that's that career aspect that I was talking about. That's really cementing yourself in this empire that you're creating for yourself, really cementing your place in it, your place at the head of it, as the ruler of your realm, and tending to all of the aspects that are required. It's like it's doing the work that is required and being committed and dedicated to creating this, and trusting that you're being guided, that you know what direction you're going in, and you're being guided towards the the way that this will unfold for your greatest success. You know, at the end of the day, this is all about you being successful, and the planets are setting you up for success. So if this is a hard month for you, these Tower moments are really hard, know that you're carrying resistance to your own success, and you're getting in your own way, is what I'm hearing. And that's what that Mercury retrograde there is for you to dig deep within yourself and figure out how you're tripping yourself up and how you're getting in your own way of success, how you're blocking yourself from being successful, and why. And we do this for so many reasons. We can do this because we're scared of success, because we're scared of failure, because, you know, there's so many things, and it will be different for everybody, but this is what this is all like sort of boils down to. Underneath all the manifestations and all the physical reality side of it, what it boils down to is how, you know, out of alignment you are to your own success, and how and that's what needs to be transformed. And as that transforms, the world around you must transform as well. Now let's get some cards to see what's being mirrored to you from the environment. So what's being mirrored to Leo? And we have Angelic Messenger. We have Spirit of the Earth. And we have Grounded Self-Awareness. This is that Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Coins. Here, yeah, so there's this grounded self-awareness and the Spirit of the Earth card. Taurus is the sign of the earth. It's the zodiac sign of nature and the planet and the earth, and so it is a really grounding energy. It's an earth sign, so that's grounding you and creating this this connection with reality, like the real world out there, like the physical tangible things in your life. You becoming more aware of that and how you're creating that for yourself, and the more grounded you are through the turbulence of what's happening this month, the easier it will be on you. And that's what will be manifested and reflected to you if you are consumed by this Dark Night of the Soul Tower experience. You'll feel less grounded. That will be reflected to you in how grounded you are and in the physical form. And we've got Angelic Messenger too, so there's messages coming through to you. Queen of Swords, there is truth coming through. There is even as Mercury gears up and starts to move forward, you may get a flood of messages to do with this contract or this agreement or these clients or this employer or whatever this is for you. The messages will come through, and know that that's being guided through source, and that's coming from a divine place when you receive those messages. And if that helps you to make this decision, then know that that's where the guidance is coming through this stuff. Okay, I think I've covered everything, Leo. I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's made sense. And yeah, good luck this month. Thank you for letting me be a part of your creative journey. And I hope to see you again in June. Thank you.